Hello, and welcome to the 3up Moon live stream, everybody. My name is Matt, otherwise known as 3up Moon on Twitch. If you're watching live on twitch.tv/3upmoon, /3up_moon, thanks for tuning in. If you're watching after the fact on the YouTube channel, you can click subscribe there, and you can actually see every single one of our streams in full. Twitch doesn't let you store a full stream video for more than 2 weeks, I believe. As far as I can tell, so we have every single stream uploaded there. And it is Friday, March 5th, 2021, which means it is Final Fantasy Fridays on the channel. We're going to be continuing our playthrough of Final Fantasy IX on the PlayStation. I played this game as a kid. I really loved playing it. I remember playing it with my cousin, and honestly, like, beautiful game. But I don't remember much of the story, and so a lot of this it's basically a semi-blind playthrough. But beautiful game aesthetically, like amazing soundtrack. That's the stuff that really stuck with me, was the atmosphere and the soundtrack. And just how the fact that it was a return to form, especially after Final Fantasy 7 and 8, focusing a little more on the like future sort of cyberpunk, steampunk aesthetic. Final Fantasy 9 brings a connection to games like Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 5 and 4, with the classes, the nods to the classic classes, and also just some of the aesthetics being more fantasy focused. It's been pretty fun. So, just a quick recap. We had Aiko, a young summoner, join the party. I didn't even realize there was more. There are more party members. I thought we had reached all the party members, but we're still in Disc 2, so it turns out there's a couple more. And Aiko was named Artemis by a follower, IC Pride, who redeemed the name a character reward in the chat. And Aiko is the last of the summoners, and lives with a series, like a family of Muggles. And we met them and then traveled together after Aiko joined the party. So traveled together to the Ifa tree, I think it's pronounced, IIFA tree, and we took on a boss there. The boss seemed to be the creature that was actually producing the mist that all of the main characters' like home continent is covered in. So we took on the boss, and then as soon as we left the tree, the Muggles alerted us to something that was happening back at the Summoner's Ruins, which is where Aiko lives. So that's where we left off, where we just beat the boss, and then we're gonna just travel south and see what happens from there. The music that we're listening to in the beginning of the stream here is super epic. It's music from the Kingdom Hearts series, and like across the entire series, it's just orchestrated, if you were curious. And so it'll just be 1 second here, and I will pull the game up in just a moment. Alright, so you should be able to see me and hear me. Hello everyone. Let me just get the game ready to go. Make sure the audio is working. And make sure we got that audio balanced before we continue. Okay, perfect. And you should be able to see the game now. Awesome. Just making sure that, yep, that's in real time. That's still working. Okay, awesome. So let's just take a quick look at our party, just to refresh everyone. If you're watching this on YouTube, all the playthroughs and all the streams are organized in playlists there. So you're watching. This would be part 11 of the full playthrough, and so I feel like we're about halfway through disc 2 of the game, but we've got 3 up Moon, which is Zidane, level 27 with over 1500 HP, which is pretty decent. Tifa's level 26. Tifa's the name that the chat named Garnet. Hatboy, named by the chat as well, level 27, just over 1000 for both of them HP. And then Artemis, who was named by the chat as well, level 26. And actually, when Artemis joined the party, she had 400 or maybe even 350 HP. So we've been growing in HP pretty quickly. Pretty sure I've already checked everyone's most recent abilities. Cool, we can use Undead Killer. Okay, let's see what, as we leave the tree, basically the tree of life, the Aoife tree. Let's see what's going down in the ruins, the Summoner's Ruins. Solution. Look at this Warcraft looking enemy. That's pretty funny. I should take him out. I've said it before in other streams, pretty much every single stream. The enemy designs in this game are really, really awesome, in my opinion. They're up there for me with like Chrono Trigger, the Dragon Warrior series, Earthbound, that kind of thing. Those are some of my favorite enemy designs. And he's double black, we might as well. Oh no! Waste of a trance. That's okay. It's the only, in my opinion, that's the only downfall to the trance system. That you can build a character's trance bar up to full, but as soon as, if you don't get a chance to use your attack or use your ability, the next battle we go into, it starts from 0 again. So it's kind of, as soon as you got it, you got to use it. But in those situations, in most situations actually, the timing doesn't work out, I've found, and another party member ends up attacking and getting the kill. Pretty silly. Oh, we're in the wrong direction. Awesome. That's cool. That's the first time that Artemis, or Aiko, has got a full transpire. Let's see what the ability will be. And I really like how they just built off of what they really kind of mastered in the Super Nintendo era of Final Fantasy games. And what they refined in their first forays into 3D with Final Fantasy 7 and 8. I didn't use the trance ability. That was stupid of me. Very silly. Hey Cobalt Oracle, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Not much, just starting our Final Fantasy 9 stream for Final Fantasy Fridays. Every Friday I continue a little bit more of a Final Fantasy playthrough, and this is the second RPG that we've taken on the channel. The first one we did was Earthbound. And we did start a Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge 2 days ago on Pokemon Leaf Green. But even though it is an RPG, I'm not really counting that as one of the RPGs. But I try to just do one at a time on the channel, and I've been really enjoying this one. It's been great. I was surprised by the latest party member addition. I didn't realize that there was going to be more party members. I thought I was done, but we just got Artemis here, who in the game is named Aiko. But the chat has been naming characters as we go on. You've never played a Final Fantasy, even though you probably played every other major title. Sweet. That's cool. A few people actually the last stream were suggesting what ones would be the first. Like if you had to introduce somebody to the series, what would be your first foray into the Final Fantasy series? And I would suggest Final Fantasy V and Final Fantasy IV. Final Fantasy IX also would be a good first entry. Final Fantasy I would be a tough one because it was really difficult. I feel like there's a lot of jank to that game, and there's a lot of stuff that just wasn't refined yet. But Final Fantasy IV and V are pretty high game for me. Final Fantasy VI as well. But if you just, I feel like 4 and 5 are just rooted a little more in the first 3 games. 6 kind of departs a little bit, and you see a lot of inspiration from 6 in this. I'm just trying to figure out the buttons here because we were playing a totally different game earlier. We need to... Not Conde Petit, not Infantry. Is it Medane? Sorry, yeah, that's where we have to go. That's the name of the summoners area. Oh my god! Definitely gotta get used to the controls here. I was just playing Link to the Past, so this is very different controls. I don't know how the 7 remake is because I've never played it. Never played it. And I played this game back in the day with my cousin Chris. I remember picking it up when it first came out. A lot of the aesthetics of this also remind me of Final Fantasy Tactics, and I'm sure like similar folks worked on both games actually. And Tactics is a really fun tactical strategy battle game. If you like games like Advance Wars, like in that series, or in the Fire Emblem series, they're very similar. Let's get another double fire in there. It's gonna try to heal itself. No solution to damage. I just want to get my heal in. Nope. Of course not. That's okay. So basically where we are in the story, like, is we have a whole bunch of people on our party that are trying to unravel a mystery as to why one of the queens of one of the kingdoms, like in our home continent, was corrupt. She started acting differently one day after she met this character named Kuja, who's the main villain, and obviously she's under his influence, and she kidnapped her own daughter, who's the princess in our party, who was named Tifa. Hat Boy is sort of an outcast and on an existential journey, and like soul quest sort of thing. Artemis is the last of their kind, is a young summoner, and all the summoners have died at this point, but also the princess has the ability to summon, which has just been hindered by her mother. The main character, Zidane, is essentially a thief, and he's like a rogue, and then we have a few other characters. A chef from the Kingdom of Alexandria, which is that corrupt kingdom. We've got the head knight named Biff. We named the chef Licky Tongue. And then there's one more, Toriel, who is a Burmesian, which is sort of like a bird creature, like anthropomorphic bird. But all of them have different traits that tie right back to the classic Final Fantasies, like one can use black magic, one can use white magic, one can use red magic and blue magic. The main character is a thief and shares qualities with the classic class thief. So they're all, like, this game really connects to the Super Nintendo era specifically of games, which is really nice. So we do this, let's heal. That's like a super basic rundown. Like, we're on a different continent, and we just defeated a boss in the last part that was actually the thing that was creating mist, that all the technology on our home continent is run on, which also might be something that's corrupting the continent and is attracting monsters. That's why we're fighting all these random battles. At least that's how they logic it or story it away. It's funny. Really, really beautiful music, though. That's the music and the atmosphere just work so well in this. Hey, Michelle. Me too. I'm right there. I'm right here. Always showing up to the chat. Appreciate it. Try and use Blizzard on these two Greninjas. Nice. You have to go mod a friend's stream, but you'll try and make it back before I'm offline. Sweet. Awesome. Take care, have fun, and thanks for popping in for that. Hopefully we'll get some progress done in this game. We'll see. Do a double thunder maybe. I'm just gonna be right back. 1 second. Oh, I can't do that in a battle here. It just keeps going. Can't take a break in the middle of a Final Fantasy battle. It's an active battle, man. Let's see. So it's using Blizzard. It's like this. It's like an ice wolf, like an ice elemental werewolf or something. Let me just quickly change this. I think that's probably a better balance audio-wise. Nice. Hope everyone's having an amazing Friday so far. I'll just be right back. Stick around. And I'm back. Thanks for sticking around. Really, really great chill music. So, perfect little intermission music. Just had a little bit of food. Got a fuel up. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what's up. Is it this way? No, it's not. I really, really love the fact that each screen is very intentional. Each camera angle that they show you is quite cinematic, and it really, really helps to build the atmosphere. Like how the camera is like looking down here, and you can see the rushing water, and you walk across, and then as soon as you go to the next area, the camera's completely different. It's pretty cool, and it's just like Final Fantasy 7 does it, Final Fantasy 8 does it, and it's something that is born from the style that was them attempting 3D for the first time. How do they tell an epic story and kind of build upon what's the next level of showing, like building an environment design-wise, and like what's the next level of like what kind of perspective can we show people instead of just the top-down expected like RPG trope at that point. And they had top-down moments, but it's just really interesting. We're gonna cure. We have some ethers, I believe. Elixirs. It's worth it. Okay, I don't want to use any tents right now, even though we have 17 of them. Okay, what do we got for abilities here? Because it looks like there might be... What is High Tide again? Allows you to trance faster. Prevents sleep. Learns abilities faster. Prevents poison and venom. I really like this sort of ability system. It's something built upon the system that they used in Final Fantasy 7, and the next level that they go from here in Final Fantasy 10 is sort of, I think it's the perfect amalgamation of like 7, 8, and 9's ability, like the way that you add abilities and upgrade abilities for your characters. And this game sort of brings that concept and ties it back to in Final Fantasy V, how each character that you had, you could actually swap their class like in mid-game, and you could train Bartz, for example, or Butts, or whatever his name is. The main character, you could train him as a black mage for a little bit, and then as a paladin, and then as a white mage, and every character could have like a balance of different classes. So this kind of like reminds me of that classic sort of class upgrade system. And the way they do it with spheres and orbs in Final Fantasy X is really cool. I want to use High Tide, so let's get rid of one of these. Yeah, let's get rid of Auto Potion. You can heal. And then also, you might have an open slot, right? No, you don't. You just have 5. You just got 5 ability points, that boy. That's cool. Okay, let's check out and see what's going on here at Medain Sari, which is Aiko's home, or Artemis's home. Hello, Moogles. Mogo told me the news. Are you alright? Come now, talk later. Koopo Koopo. something going on with Artemis's house? No. But this is a great example of what I was talking about just there. Like, look at what we're doing in terms of the way we're traveling. Like that, from that camera angle to this camera angle, which is a very intimate, tight angle, and you could tell that this place is really small. Like your viewpoint is you're basically up against the wall, and then this. And like Final Fantasy VII built this framework, and it's a really, really cool framework in terms of how to present a story and make each environment feel bigger. Like, you're not really limited at that point. You can create any environment that feels as big as you like, without having to limit your space in terms of like how big you can actually design, like feasibly design a level. So like an indie game or a modern indie RPG that use that same sort of concept in terms of the cinematic angles and the pre-rendered single screens, I think that would be really cool. I know I have to go the other way, but I'm just trying to show off the different environments and angles. And it's pretty cool. Oh, this is so terrible. Someone stole the village's most precious stone. I can't believe it. I'm so angry at myself. Oh. I was fishing all day, so I fell asleep. Chimomo's the chill one. He's always just chilling out. I saw someone with a big weapon shaped like a big axe. It was Gimli. Precious stone that has been passed down in this village for generations is gone. That's a really cool angle. Reminds me of Myst or something, like those early 3D PC point and click games. Really, really cool adventure games. My grandparents they said that we should take care of it because it's a symbol of the summoner's heritage. Well, how about crying for a change? It'll help. I'm not gonna cry. I'm a grown-up now. And crying won't help one bit. Right? How about we start looking for clues? I'll help too. There's so many chests, so like the inclination is just to want to open those chests. See what's in them. Is it my fault? Is it because I broke my promise and opened the Aoife tree's seal? Everyone was watching over that stone. It just happened that way. It wasn't your fault. Besides, we're the ones who made you open the seal. You understand, right? The real villain is the thief who stole it. So let's look for some clues and get that stone back, okay? Okay. I wasn't gonna cry, after all, I'm a grown-up. We know Artemis, but if you feel like crying, just cry. I'm gonna go pray to my grandparents. I'll be right back. If you need to, you can cry too, Tifa. My shoulder's always available. Yeah, thanks. I get really clingy when I'm sad. Cut it out. I was serious. Threat Moon, I saw her. It's that girl from Fossil Rouge. She looks like, or she took Artemis. Oh, Beatrice. That's gotta be who it is. Yeah. They went to the Eidolon Wall. I don't think I've ever seen Beatrice wield an axe weapon before, so my mind did not go there. Oh, hold on. We can't open these chests. survival vest. Phoenix down. Okay. And let's see. Phoenix down is going to allow us to bring a party member back to life. Let's see if survival vest. Yep, there we go. Save Artemis, Upo. Tell us if there's anything we can do for you. Heal us. Thank you. Peek inside. This is no way to treat a lady. Oh, it's Lonnie. Okay, I got it. It's not Beatrice. There were two other bounty hunters that were hired to get the pendant from Tifa, the princess. What's this wing ornament on your back? It makes you so easy to pick up. My grandpa gave it to me. Get your grubby hands off it. Oh, shut up. Just be still until he gets here. Exploda, what is that all about? Wog has always been a coward. Yeah, well, we gotta do something. Go save her. Well, so, interestingly enough, I'm just gonna make a point to just connect the two, because the story we're experiencing right now feels a lot like a play. The way that it's playing out, it feels very Shakespearean, very like old school theater kind of esque. And the whole story started off where Zidane, the 3 Up Moon character, he was part of a theater troupe / gang of thieves, and they put on a play to distract the queen to kidnap the princess. And so it's kind of full circle now. The game is now, it wasn't feeling like this earlier, but now it's starting to feel like it is a play in itself, and it's slowly evolving into that. And it's a pretty interesting connection there in terms of storytelling. What have you done to Artemis? She was too rambunctious, so I put her to sleep with a sleeping weed. It's all that sleeping weed. Some of that stuff puts you right to sleep. The indica. If it's my pendant you're after, then leave the others out of it. No can do. This is way too convenient to pass up. Hand over your pendant, and I'll hand over the girl. Capiche? Oh, you're a really good knight. Now cough it up already. First, tell me something. Was it you that stole the village stone? Queen Bran is after the royal pendant. I just found another jewel just like it in this village. I'm glad I came all this way looking for it. Ah, interesting. So yeah, obviously the princess has to have some connection because she can summon. She has the same ability as the Lost Summoners and Artemis. And obviously there's a connection with those stones for sure. I don't remember any of this section of the story at all, so I remember a lot of the first disc, but still a lot of things just didn't stick in my memory from playing this way back in the day. But if you think about it, this game came out in the year 2000, so it's a long time ago. independent. Remember, do as I say if you value this brat's life. 3 up moon. Do it, Hat Boy. Okay. Hat Boy. I feel like Hat Boy is the main character. He's got the most growth. Vivi. I feel like Vivi's the most well-written character as well. I don't know who you are, but thanks. Yo, can you stand? Artemis, what's going on? Where's that old hag? Oh, that's it. Who are you calling a hag? You. So the tables turn. Now hand over the jewel you stole. What are you trying to do, Red? Thought you were supposed to be the #1 bandit. I've seen him before. He's the one with wanted posters all over Trano. I'm not here to help. I just want it to be fair. What are you talking about? Leave the jewel and get out of here. What? We're partners on this job. I don't work with hostage-taking scumbags. Now just get lost. Or would you rather fight me? Mark my words, I'll collect my bounty on you someday. So both these characters were hired by the Queen to do this. Now fight me. Just a second here. What's going on? I told you I'm not here to help. I just want to level the playing field. Fair enough. Let's do it. Okay. Pretty sure this character is our last party member that joins us later on. So if anyone wants to redeem those moonstones and channel points, this is the time to start thinking about a cool nickname for this character here. Whatever you want to name him. You can use the moonstones in the bottom corner of the chat, and actually shipwreck. And you can redeem the name a character in an RPG reward. Solution 9, that's really cool. Obviously we learned a few more abilities recently, like trance abilities. Nice. That's good. There we go, that's a little more like it. Perfect. If anyone's got any name suggestions, let me know in the chat. Lucky 7, got another tent. Will we have an opportunity to heal ourselves? Yeah, dude, we used solution 9 on you. Of course you lost. Go on, finish me. Can you stand? Give back what you stole. Artemis, I got it back. Now finish me. You want to die that bad? I just spared your life. So you want to banish me then? You can go if you want. I won't follow you. Ah, trying to trick me, eh? Trick you? I tried to kill you. Why are you letting me go? The fight's over. And we're both still alive. Good enough, right? We got back what was stolen from us after all. Listen to you. I lost to some spineless thief. A sly eagle doesn't kill at whim. Keep that in a safe place. I will, thanks, 3 man. Well, you're not going to leave me alone after what just happened, are you? Huh? I'm going. shall we? Okay, do we have all 4? No, still. This game does that. It's so stupid. On the next screen, I guarantee you the 2 of them are going to join us. And then it'll be the 4 of us. But for some reason, in the meantime, just because there's 2 of us on this one screen, we still only have 2 people in the party. And I think it's super annoying, only when you're trying to, like, specifically when you're trying to heal people, or when you're trying to just heal your whole party, or equip. Like, you go to a shop, and then this happens a lot in this game. And it's a trope that happens a couple of times in other Final Fantasy games, I've noticed, but this one just overuses it, and basically any new town you go to, everyone splits up and does their own thing, and then you have to talk to everyone for story progression, like to all the party members. But if you split up and then you're just left alone with just 3 at Moon here, you go to the shop, you buy all this new equipment, you have to wait until you reach each story point to have each person join the party one by one. Just super annoying. If it happened once, that's one thing. Happens like 4 or 5 times. It's pretty crazy. It just it feels a little too formulaic. Yes, can we save? Oh, no. Was that racist of me to assume that there was like a Moogle standing there, and then if I could go and talk to it, it would let me save? But it was just a Moogle, like having like a thought of its own, a feeling of its own. like assuming, I assumed that was a save Moogle. Like, this is really silly. We could just have all 4 people in the party, but instead it's making us... We can rest, yeah. Instead it's making us, like, go around and find... Like, now we have to find Hat Boy and find... I think Licky Tongue is still hanging out here, but he's just not on the team, which is the name that the chat gave Kina. Let's see. She's been quiet the whole time. Let me ask you something. My grandfather told me not to leave the village until my 16th birthday. But I want to go with you guys. I really do. Do you think it's okay if I leave the village? Sure. It doesn't matter what I say, you've already made up your mind. Well, that's dumb. Don't give the player a choice that doesn't matter. Don't you have something to say to her, Hatboy? Huh? Remember what you taught me at the Aoife tree? You said I should never lie to myself. I'll try to be more honest with my own feelings. You should too, Artemis. I forgot my own advice, Hatboy. Thanks. I'll wear the jewel as an earring. It'll be okay then, right? Moon? Received memory earring. Nice. Artemis, I think Mog wants to talk to you. What, you think I'm mad at you? I'm furious. You went off without me again. You promised me you wouldn't. What would you do if you went off and got into trouble? Thank goodness we're both alright. We're best friends after all. We were born on the same day, and we always have been together. This is our friendship ribbon. Mog gave it to me. Mog, do you have the ribbon I gave you? This is the one I gave to Mog. It's too big for her now, but once we're both sophisticated ladies, we'll wear them together. Maybe then Moon will dance with me. I didn't know Mog was a girl. The writing in this is like very simple. It's becoming simplistic, and that's what I mean when I meant the connection with the Shakespearean sort of play. It feels like the tropes are just like super obvious. There's a lot of tropes at the time, a lot of RPG tropes that are happening, a lot of expected storytelling, which is cool. Where are we supposed to go next, though? There's no plan in terms of the next steps. Oh, I guess we return to Mist Continent. Is that a thing? We got to go back and interact with whatever that was. Hold on. I can hear a song. Tifa? From down there. Tifa, are you there? This is such a beautiful like screen. Honestly, the design and the atmosphere of this game is really top notch. It's okay, keep singing because it's our song. Right? I'm surprised you found this place. You got the talent to be a bandit. How about you and me team up? Without you, I couldn't have made it to Lindblum, much less seen a whole new continent. Everything I tried to do on my own was a total failure. I couldn't stop my mother. At times, I almost lost hope. You helped me so much, not just you, either. Yeah, Hatboy and Artemis helped us out at the Aoife tree. Licky Tongue was real helpful when we left the continent. Toriel, Biff, and even Beatrix, who I thought was our enemy. I haven't forgotten. I want to believe everyone is alright, but sometimes I just can't. I hope I can live up to the hopes of everyone who's helped me. You don't have to feel so responsible, Tifa, but I do. But I do. Nobody wants you to feel that way. They didn't do it all for you either, blah, 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 blah. Everyone following their own path. Why did you come with me? Hey, that's Ibsen's line. Ibsen? Who's that? Ibsen's a character from a play, but he's a real-life adventurer. I think the play is based on his adventures. Kind of goes like this. And it goes a little something like this. Wow! Ibsen and his good friend Colin worked at a tavern in Treno. One day, Ibsen got a letter. The letter was so wet from rain that most of the writing was illegible. The only part he could read said, "Come back home." Nowadays we have airships and stuff, but back then it was really hard to travel. He didn't know why he had to go back, but he got some time off, gathered his things, and set out on a journey home. He walked 1,000 leagues through the mist. Sometimes he was attacked by vicious monsters, but he made it, because his friend Colin was by his side. But then, after much time on the road, he had to ask Colin something. Why'd you come with me? And what was Colin's answer? Only because I wanted to go with you. It's some like super forced romance. The music is like out of like Chinatown or something, like one of those old classic, super cheesy, like Casablanca or something. That's funny. Really cool parallax effects there. That's really sweet. Can't you hear the song? Huh? Yeah, it's that song. How come? Who's singing it? I've seen this summer before. What? Where? It's a siren or something. It's gotta be a siren. Well, this isn't like Lovecraftian horror going on. Princess Garnet's having an acid flashback. Tifa. Wake up. Oh, wake up. Where's that boy? He's sleeping. I don't want to wake him up. I don't want to wake him up. Well, I have no memory of my early childhood. I never really thought about it. Besides, nobody ever told me. I was raised in Alexandria, but only from the age of 6 or so. 6, so where were you there till then? Until I turned 6... I must have been here in Madain Sari. Duh, we could have put that one together. We did put that one together. I still can't remember everything. Some things are like they're shrouded in fog. But I do remember one thing. About 10 years ago, an unbelievably huge hurricane hit this village. That's as far as I remember. That day, I was with my true mother on a little boat far from the village. Hashtag true mom. There's a cove behind Artemis's house, right? The boat I was on was just like the one there. It all came back to me when I heard that song on the boat. That song is from Madain Sari. That's why nobody else knows it. How do you know? I just Shazammed it. That's from that Madain. That's that Madain Sari anthem. Reprise. From 2007. How come you got to be a princess? How come you don't have a summoner's horn? I don't know. Maybe Dr. Talk can tell me. About the lady who protected me from the storm as the boat lurched about in the waves. My biological mother who died on that boat. The woman she thought was her mother became someone else, and her true mother was already dead. Tifa's lost 2 mothers. I used to pray every day here at the Eidolon Wall. You too? You pray here too, Artemis? I'm so happy I remembered. Tifa, welcome home. So glad to be back. What? I just realized I'm not alone anymore. Yep, I made up my mind. 3 at Moon, Tifa, I'm going with you. I'll be breaking my promise to my grandpa, but I will go. Besides, Grandpa always told me to be honest with myself. I don't know what the future holds, but I want to finish what I came here for. So do I. Let's all go together. Go on, Tifa, let's go pray together. Alright. I still don't know what I should do. By the time we defeat Kuja and return to Alexandria, Grandpa, I'll be back soon. Oh, you're coming with us? Hey, why the long face? Oh, nothing. My face is always like this. Mog's coming too. forget that you'll always have a home in Medain Sari. Don't let our memory become a burden. You must always be lighthearted and free. Thoughts of the Eidolon wall will always lift your heart. What now? You want some more, eh? The victor lives, the defeated die. You know the rules. Your actions yesterday were incomprehensible to me. Tell me, why didn't you kill me? Well, that's a tough question. Are you really that unhappy that I let you live? I'd rather die as a warrior than live as a beggar. Then come with me. Three Moon, what are you after? Follow me and maybe you'll understand. Besides, you're pretty good in a fight. We could use someone like you. We're hunting a man down. His only constant is his unpredictability. Huh, you say something? Very well. I'll find out what makes you so strong. What's your name? Alright. Here it is. If anyone wants to come up with a name, this is the chance. Amaranth is the guy's default name. Pretty cool name. But absolutely, we're going to give the chat an opportunity to make a choice if they'd like to name the character. Even if you don't have moonstones, you can even just toss a name out there. And we'll use that name. That's what it sounds like. Any name at all? Any suggestions from anyone? What I'll do is I'll name it after my most recent subscriber. Most recent subscriber is Selbay Extremes, so we'll name the character Selbay. It was gifted by Oosh of Grimbomb. Thank you for the gifted sub. Alright, there we go, Selbay. Fits perfectly. Some call me the Flaming Selbay. It's supposed to be Flaming Amaranth, I think. Fine, we'll call you Selbay. The more the merrier. Let's decide our marching order. Okay, there's 5. Yeah, exactly. It's the first time they give you the option. And, yeah. Let's switch Artemis right now. Alright, we'll do fine. Just follow me. Next stop, the Aoife tree. What? We gotta go back to the tree? I'm confused. I'm confused. Well, let's just do something right here. Are we fully healed? Yep. Let's take a look at Selbay. Optimize. And let's take a look at the abilities here. Chakra is an attack it has. Restores HP and MP of one party member. Interesting. So it's like the effect of an elixir. That's cool. And the command is Flare. Increases HP by 10%. Absolutely. Undead Killer, Beast Killer. Alert prevents back attacks. Counter attacks when physically attacked. Yep. definitely put that in there. We'll do prevents poison, prevents darkness, and deals lethal damage to beasts. And we'll do alert, so prevents back attacks as well. Back attacks. It prevents back attacks. Here we go. First battle using Selbit. The latest party member. I don't think there's any other party members now at this point. Now that we've got Aiko and Amaranth, the last two. I'm like switching back and forth between using their nicknames that the chat has come up with and then the actual character names. $860, that's some decent damage. 481, not bad. So Bake uses claws, yeah, that's interesting. Another one. Another one. I really also love the attention to detail that they have in each battlefield, like each battle arena where you end up facing monsters. It's really funny. I like how zoomed in and pixelated the ooh, throw, interesting. I'll throw a mithril sword. I really like how like the textures are super pixelated as they get closer. You can see right next to like where the menus are. It's just pretty cool. They just didn't care too much, and it kind of adds like a really interesting aesthetic. The low poly models of the environment and especially the battlefields. Just really cool stuff. That's amazing. He just like backhand throws a mithril sword and it does like over 1,000 damage. That's insane. Or I guess we want to go back to the Aoife tree because we're hoping that Zidane is hoping that Kuja is going to show up, the villain. Hoping that when we beat that boss in the tree, that was the thing that was creating mist, that we pissed him off, basically. That's what I'm assuming here. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, this tree here, super similar to like the Tree of Life, Tree of Mana in the Secret of Mana series, Sword of Mana, Legend of Mana, that kind of thing. But it looks just like the Mana tree. Heracross. A wild Heracross and a wild Beetleborg, whatever it's called. No, I'm kidding, that's not a Pokemon. Let's attack though. Let's also attack and do this. Damn. This should take out at least the Heracross. Yep. Phoenix down. Back to the infantry. There's still a little mist, but at least there's no more coming out. That must mean Kuja isn't here yet. What happened to the mist? We beat the beast that breathes it. So much for the mist continent. No more mist. They must possess incredible powers to accomplish such a feat. 3 at Moon, there's a silver dragon. It's him. He flew from the ruins of Burmecia riding a silver dragon. It's Kuja, all right, and he's riding that dragon. Is We Will Rock You gonna play? His theme is We Will Rock You, basically, by Queen. Oh, how I long for this day. There we go. The day I might finally cast away this mask to reveal my true self, and now it no longer matters if infantry is liberated. It means nothing to me. Basically. Silver Dragon, let us watch the drama unfold from the trunk of Aoife. No one shall interrupt this. Who do I want to take with me to fight Kuja? Ooh, it's a Kuja fight. It's a Kuja fight. It's a Kuja fight. I think I'm gonna swap Tifa for Artemis. Artemis can heal. Artemis can summon. I feel like Artemis can summon consistently, where Tifa's not able to do that yet. I think Tifa's got 1 summon per battle, basically. Nice. Reminds me of the walk up to Gaia with the twisty paths in Earthbound, which was the very first RPG that we took on the channel. We did a randomizer version of it. We did an ancient cave randomizer, which made the game a crazy, crazy difficult labyrinth. But yeah, the place that you take on the final boss in Earthbound looks very similar. Oop, I used it on us. I did not mean to use Cure on the party. I meant to use it on the undead enemies, but we'll probably take them out before that happens. Yeah, good, good. Nice. Holy crap. 3 at Moon doing 1,281 damage. That's some crazy attack going on right now. I'm feeling good about taking on the boss. Jeez. I don't know if we'll actually have to fight Kuja. We probably will, because it gave us the option for the party member swap. Yep, the faces monster before. See, this is what I mean. The battlefields are just fantastic. Like, I really like this one. I love the design of each battlefield. only 180. There we go. Alright, this is crazy. This is crazy. But I'm gonna do a cliffhanger and we're gonna call the stream here. I'm gonna leave it right before we take on the boss. I want to say thank you so much to every single person that's watching right now live on Twitch. Thank you for tuning in. Click that follow button if you don't already follow the channel. If you're watching after the fact on YouTube, click that subscribe button and you'll be able to watch every single one of my streams in full. Everything is organized into neat playlists, so for each series and each game that we play, you can browse around YouTube and check out stuff at your own leisure if you can't catch it live. I stream every single day from 1 p.m. Pacific onward, so you can usually tune in then. You can follow me on Twitter as well if you want to know what's coming up next in terms of playthroughs. And yeah, just want to say thanks again. Next Friday we'll be continuing this for Final Fantasy Friday, and we'll continue right from here, and the first thing we'll do is take on Kuja. It will be part 12 of our playthrough. I'm really enjoying it, really enjoying the game. Having a blast, like kind of having these little pockets of this game that I remember reappear, and then rediscovering the game and having it all make sense again. There's a lot of stuff in this game that I really didn't remember, and a lot of amazing atmosphere, and I'm really enjoying it. So have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next stream.